Hi guys, welcome back to another video today. This is something that happened today. So, yeah. You guys probably read the title. I'm okay. Don't worry. I'm just fine. Just deal with it, okay? Okay. So, this takes place today, and I'm just gonna tell the whole story of the whole day. So, I wake up early so I can get to this ski trip, and it's in Teton Pass. And I was like, oh, that's gonna be exciting. And I get onto the bus, and there's millions of kids, and the bus driver starts saying, fit as much kids as you can. Which kind of was like, no. So I sit in the back where there's no one else. And then I get to a different bus because there wasn't enough people on the other bus because we had to get off to two other buses where the elementary and the high schoolers had to go into different buses. And so we had to all move from the elementary bus to the high schooler bus because there wasn't enough kids on the other bus. Which there was. So I sit in the back again. I'm sitting this next to this guy. Let's name him Death. And Death is a really weird person to me. And when I sit down, then I have a water bottle that has a little pressure button. So even if there's a little bit of pressure on it, boom, it pops open. So I come to sit down, and then out of nowhere, my water bottle kablooies everywhere on this kid's face. And I don't even apologize for it, which, good job me. But another thing is, he tells me, I don't want you sitting here, which kind of hurts, but doesn't. So I just start sitting there, and guys, this is teenager content, so yeah. We start talking about the dude I'm sitting right next to, Death. They start calling him gay, which, guys, you're going too low, because if you're going to do gay for no reason, you're doing something wrong. And skipping forward a few minutes, like 20, we're still on the bus, and this kid starts touching my head. Death starts touching my head. I'm like, what the heck? Stop! But I don't say it. My brain's just like, what the fuck? No, 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 no. That's the only thing I didn't want to happen. But then he touches my head again after he puts his hand off. And then he looks at me saying, you like that? And I have his dick. What the heck, dude? Why the heck would you say that? It's weird to say that to a little child. And the girl who I'm saying here starts saying, guys, stop doing that. Because I was really uncomfortable. And then let's just skip it forward a few minutes. So that drive took a long time to get to Teton Pass. But it was pretty okay after I got off the bus. All my nerves were relieved. And the second thing is, when I got off, we got told that we would be going to an area where food is. We had to put our stuff there and get our stuff on. So I did that, of course. And what ended up is actually kind of funny, but not funny. My friend's dad, let's call my friend Sock. Sock's dad doesn't like me so much. And I don't know why. And he was working there for a little bit. So that meant if he had to help me, he would help me. But he still hates me. That's the problem. He hates me. He hates my guts. Bad first impressions stay bad first impressions. So what ends up happening is I have to get my ski boots on, and Sock's dad comes to help me out. Which, why? But he puts on my boots. I get my skis, and since I already skied a little bit, I knew what to do. So of course I would just go off, but they said I had to get tested. So I started testing, and of course I passed it. So I go up this thing called the magic carpet, which is really fun. And the girl I was right next to started saying that if I slip, something. Slipping is bad on the magic carpet, but I go on it, and the magic carpet doesn't make me slip. Which, I mean, dude, that is amazing. Just holy. And I go down, and of course I tumble on the bunny hill. So I go back up, go down, back up again, and my friend Sock is below me. He chose skateboard. This kid named, it's a boy, but I don't know what to call him. Jeffy? Yeah, Jeffy, who's skiing, decides to start walking up to Sock. Yes! For some stupid reason, he decides to walk up to Sock. So Sock, using his snowboard, starts trying to walk up, and I wait for Sock at the end, because since he is snowboarding, he had to put on his other foot thing. So I wait for him to do it, which he does it perfectly. So I start skiing down the thing, of course being like, whoa, this is fun! I like this! This is so fun! And I actually start getting good at it. I don't tumble. And then it happens. My foot getting pushed by wind gets over, and just think of this, guys. Imagine you're a kid, well, not, just imagine your leg going fully to the left. That's what happened. And my skis come flying off, basically hitting my face. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. The thing is, when you're trying to do this, it doesn't go that good. So, of course, being who I am, I start crying. And this lady comes charging towards me and calls the medics. I know, medics is like, wait, whoa, how bad did you get it? How bad was it? It wasn't that bad. To be honest, it wasn't bad at all. It was actually really fun. And the lady, since she didn't expect some graders to come, because she thought it was the next day that they came, since her mind was dead that day, she decided to, since it was like snowmobile thing that picks me up, or skiing thing that picks me up. And she chose the skiing thing, but then she noticed maybe the snowmobile would be a bit faster. Yeah, maybe it would. And I'm just sitting there, and they ask, how bad's your pain? And I start saying, 9 out of 10. Immediate 9 out of 10. I'm breathing heavy like, since I was crying so much because how bad my leg hurt. Finally, this dude comes. And something that looks like a body bag, he puts me in there, and I get taken to the first aid station. So I get taken to the first aid station, and what ends up happening is that they said I might have torn a ligament or sprained my leg. Just imagine your whole entire left leg going to the left all the way and then going back down. That hurts, especially when you have skis on. But the skis fly off, which that's just lucky for me. Lucky as a chicken. I don't know why I said that. Exactly, villager. Huh? Okay. So after a little while, I decide to, well, not after a little while, but you know what I mean. So they they give me wooden crutches, which actually really help. They adjust them so I can actually walk. Well, not walk, you know what I mean. And they put me back inside the thing that looks like a body bag. So I don't have to walk all the way since my foot started getting tired. So they bring the thing back, I get in, they put me in, and they get me all the way to the resort thing where we got to eat our lunch. So I go inside there and well, not friend, but I don't know what to call her. Let's call her Carly. Invites me to the table. So I go to the table. She asks, "Why do you have crutches?" I tell her the whole story about me falling down. But, oh, I forgot to tell you something at the beginning. My friend Sock and another friend named, let's name her Scarlet? And Scarlet were sitting in a different seat. Well, not different seat, but different bus. Which kind of sucks, so I don't have my friends. That's why I had to sit with someone else. But I just sit there eating my lunch for the entire day. I was in there for 2 minutes skiing. And a little update, my leg still hurts like heck. But then Sock's grandfather, who was working the second bus that was carrying Scarlet and Sock, decides to be like, "Hey, your leg starts hurting. You can just come into my bus." So a few minutes later, we get to find my boots, which was very fun. But also, I get to go into the bus early, which is really nice. And eventually, everyone's inside the bus, and I'm not in the high schooler bus, which is really nice because I don't like being in the high schooler bus. So I'm just sitting down, and then when my friend Sock comes, he sits with me. He's like, "Oh, Scarlet is kind of worried that you're not going to be on the bus." So Scarlet comes and sits in the other seat since there's only 2 people on the seat. And we start talking about some Dream SMP stuff. And then I tell him a joke, like saying, "You know I like your cut, G, right? It's a funny meme, right? But the best thing about it is you can make other things." So I say, "This is what Wilbur says to Quackty. I like your G." Which is kind of funny to me, but wasn't. And then the whole thing happened with Scarlet's sister. I'm gonna name her Psychopath. Psychopath here decides to start being a psychopath and starts trying to throw her shoe at a girl named Boxer. And Boxer starts yelling at her, and we take a little pit stop to an area. And then finally, we get to Sims High School, and my friend Scarlet gets off, and since Sock and his brother have their grandpa there, it makes sense for the grandpa to have them with the grandpa. So I was just, okay, that's fine. And I get this horrible news saying, I'm gonna try to copy the voice. Okay, everyone on this bus is moving to the high school bus. And when I hear those words, brain goes to kablooey. My brain's like, oh crap, no. But then I find one of my classmates to sit next to. He says, the seats fell. Which kind of makes me laugh, but not. He says, I'm just kidding, and lets me sit with him. Basically, everyone was wanting to know what happened to my foot. But this is the funny thing. We get to the area that I go at, and the dude says, okay, everyone, it looks like we're getting there a little bit early. So everyone who gets to stop there walks off nice and contently, not thinking a word about it. And then me and my sister, I'm just gonna name her Sis. So Sis and I are just, where's Dad? And since we were there a little early, he probably thought that we weren't there, which kind of worried me and my sister, because if we don't have anyone to go home with, we're in deep shit. And the other people who had to go off at the post office had no one there either. So the girl who's chaperoning us is like, I'm gonna call your mom. So she calls the mom of this person and decides to be like, oh, maybe she knows where you guys lives. And she does, which saves my life. I was actually really happy about this when I heard the news that was me going home with another person. I go home, my stepdad's there.